Electric cars are a thing. We can order groceries from the couch. Hannah, it feels like we all blinked and the future just showed up. Now, you work in the world of procurement, so this isn't news to you. These days, EDI is everywhere. So let's jump right into it. How did you come to start working with Fastenal?
I began working with Fastenal, or we did, Mercadoe, after our mutual customer has decided to switch from their previous P2P platform. There was a firm deadline, and we had to get all of the strategic suppliers over to our portal before then. And Fastenal had an EDI connection previously, so we needed to implement and test that before the transition or the deadline was in place. Make sure everything was processing smoothly, and since you all are a strategic supplier, then we began testing in June prior to our final deadline of September. So it was all running smoothly before then, but that's how we started working together.
Okay, so you're kind of leading me into this now, the implementation process. Can you walk us through that? How did that go?
Yeah, it was very detailed. There's a lot of testing involved. We had to make sure that everything can be fully automated, that there's no human intervention within the EDI process. So that was our main goal, is that if a PO is sent over, is there going to be a need for a human to acknowledge an order or do any manual entry? So that's where we did a bunch of testing to increase time savings and reduce errors in the future once it is implemented. Um, we successfully did the EDI connection and completed the EDI connection, but we did do a lot of different testing scenarios, and we successfully mapped it so that there was no human interaction with the high volume of transactions that were being processed within the portal.
I gotcha. Okay. So I think you're kind of leading me to this again. Thank you. But it sounds like this is how Fastenal is helping Mercado do the work as easily as possible. Is that about right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have about 5,000 suppliers on our portal, and we needed to basically Fastenal did this, and it was great. But you were able to match the level of automation that we have within our eProcurement portal. There are a lot of companies that can do that, but Fastenal was probably the best, I would say, as far as having the capabilities already, being aware of the capabilities that they have within their system. And it was a really great way to build a strong B2B business and integration within this. So the sales teams were super responsive, the EDI testing teams were super responsive. But we had weekly meetings, so we would do testing during the week and then follow up with a weekly meeting. But there was really no need for continuous follow ups. So it was kind of just like checkpoints to make sure that the process was being completed.
Okay. So maybe this is a redundant question then. What's your experience been like working with Fastenal when it comes to e-procurement?
Fastenal, since they are a mutual customer of ours, the invoice automation was a huge piece to our puzzle, and Fastenal was able to meet and exceed those expectations that we had set in place for the EDI implementation. We were able to do the PO confirmations. Fastenal has also been really great with giving us feedback and knowing the business processes and we really were able to support each other during the implementation process, and then any future endeavors that we have going on as well, whether it be within those hosted catalogs, and knowing the complexities of our mutual customer, JBS, the business models that are set in place, just very knowledgeable.
So you are part of Mercado. We are working with JBS together. They're kind of our
Mhm.
mutual customer. Uh, both of those companies, Mercado and JBS, work with tons of suppliers. What sets Fastenal apart? What makes us different?
Like I mentioned before, Fastenal is a strategic supplier of JBS Pilgrams Pride, and we we're expecting, high volume, high spend being trafficked to the portal through this EDI integration. So you all have been really great, just as a piece to gain knowledge, and really giving us the ideas of like the supplier's perspective of using our portal and the whole process entirely. So during the excuse me, testing phases, during the post go live, all of that has been amazing. And the team that we worked with was awesome to work with, just because we were all kind of at the same pace and very eager to get the process completed. And also, running smoothly so we can save headaches down the road.
Hannah, that is very kind of you to say, but I have taken enough of your time. Thanks for talking today.
Thank you.